Hello, this is Seneca Harris. I am back with another video commentary brought to you by the Urban Noir Media Network, where we shine a light on issues impacting the urban community. Now, I am back with part 2 and an update to the story that I covered on my channel a few days ago involving the entire Juanita Bynum and Pastor John Moore III situation with her not preaching at the Breaking the Rules conference that took place at the Experience Church located in Chesapeake, Virginia. For those of you that have been following this story, you guys know that Juanita Bynum, she put out a video stating the reason why she decided not to speak at this conference. She claims that John Moore entered her room and seen her undergarments, even though she wasn't there, and nobody could actually verify if he saw these undergarments or not. So this has stirred up a lot of controversy, and I'm telling you, the children have been dragging. I mean, they have been going in. Now that Pastor John Moore has released his statement, which I'm going to play in a second, him and his wife, people are now starting to question Juanita Bynum. Now, there have been claims that she is still currently in Virginia, even though she did not preach at that conference. And she took the money and she refuses to give it back. So people are dragging her, saying that she's a scam, she's fraudulent. And there is another pastor, let me get his name right, by the name of Ryan Chandler. Ryan Chandler, he kind of co-signed Pastor John Moore III's story and said that he had a similar experience with Juanita Bynum years ago. So we're going to play all these videos. So I'm going to just give you the order that we're going to play, just because this is going to be a long video. So I'm going to let you guys know it's going to be a long video, so it's a long video alert. So I'm going to give you the order of how I'm going to do things, and then I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary. First, I'm going to play Pastor John Moore, his wife's response to Juanita's claims. Then I'm going to play Pastor Ryan Chandler's experience with Juanita Bynum. And also, I'm going to play a clip from Larry Reid's show where he interviewed Juanita Bynum's secretary and assistant, and her name was Eunika. Now, before I play that, I'm going to tell you, she was very unprofessional on this show. And if she has people in her camp that are representing her like that, it says a lot about Juanita Bynum. So I'm going to play that clip. And then also, there's been other people that have surfaced saying that they've had run-ins with Juanita Bynum. And one of those people is Demario Jives. And you guys know him. He's a well-known blogger on the YouTube streets. His name is King Jives. You guys should definitely check him out, because he keeps it 100, and he goes in and he goes forth about exposing these frauds out here in the religious sector. So we're going to go to all these clips. So, you know what I'm saying, sit back, get your popcorn, get you a little drink or whatever your drink of choice is, and we're going to come back with the rest of this commentary.
Hey everyone, my name is Pastor John Moore. This is my wife, Lady K. Just wanted to come and take a minute to address some allegations that were stated on Facebook by Dr. Juanita Bynum. We have been partners in ministry for 8 years. We are committed to excellence and servanthood in our ministry. We have hosted speakers, been hosted, and continue to pursue the calling of God on our lives with excellence and servitude. Recently, during our Breaking Rules conference, there were some allegations posted on Facebook that we want to address as a couple, as partners in ministry. We had the honor and privilege of hosting Dr. Juanita Bynum, somebody that we admired and respected in ministry for our conference. However, through miscommunication, misunderstandings, and a Facebook Live post, the details and frustrations have been made public. We want to be the first to apologize for any misunderstanding miscommunication, disrespect, and offense. We always operate from a place of excellence and servitude. Together we planted Experience Church 5 years ago to fulfill the call of God on our lives. We have seen incredible things done at the hands of the Lord. We were excited and in anticipation, asking Dr. Juanita Bynum to join us for the Breaking Rules Conference. We are saddened and heartbroken that it has played out the way it has. We are heartbroken that her offense were aired on Facebook as opposed to an in-person conversation or over the phone. If we had a way to contact her, we would. But we wanted to share our heart with you because we are passionate about what God is doing. Distance breeds distortion. We have seen this occur in this situation, and we want to eliminate all of that.
Right, yeah, we do. And, you know, there were these allegations that my husband went into Dr. Juanita Bynum's hotel room and looked at her personal things, and an insinuation that he even planted a camera. So today we want to refute those allegations, as they are personally and professionally offensive, derogatory, and highly unacceptable. In the video that Dr. Bynum posted, she stated that my husband went into her hotel room and looked at her panties, her undergarments, underwear, and because of this, she was not able to speak at the Breaking Rules Conference. Now, I have watched as my husband has slaved over this conference with excellence and also with a servant's heart to the call of God for real. And days before the conference, he personally reviewed and walked through the rooms with a hotel representative for Dr. Bynum and her team to make sure that everything was correct and right. Now, as I was actually out of town, before Dr. Bynum was even in the state, I went to the hotel to check in the room and deliver a personal note from us, and also a gift to show our appreciation, even an additional fruit basket. My husband, upon entering the hallway of the suite, he saw luggage in the main room. He immediately called out, "Hello, hello, is anyone here?" just to see if anyone was in the room. And then, upon no response, he immediately left back out of that room, and he went downstairs to the manager, highly upset of the hotel, because he thought that someone else's items, right, were in the room. We had no reason at all whatsoever to believe that Dr. Bynum or her staff had checked into her room and actually placed her personal luggage in there in that room. So through a classic game of what we call telephone, from my husband to the manager of the hotel to Dr. Bynum's assistant, and then even to Dr. Bynum herself, then it became the story that he had actually entered that entire room, looked at her undergarments, and this is just absolutely not true. And if we had the opportunity to talk with Dr. Bynum about this specific particular incident, then we could have explained this to her so that she could understand this. We are incredibly saddened by the assumptions and miscommunication that has occurred. I promise you, it is never our heart's intent to cause any hurt or any pain to anyone.
You know, it was a surprise to us that we had not going to be joining us at the Breaking Rules conference. That she wasn't going to join us at the Breaking Rules conference. To respect and to honor her integrity, we honored her at the event and said that she was in town but unable to come that evening. We continued to pray and honor Dr. Juanita Bynum and her ministry. Distance breeds distortion, and we hope this eliminates that.
Yeah, we do. And so, even though what the enemy is meant for evil, the Lord has still worked it out for good, and God moved in an incredible way at the Breaking the Rules conference. So while we are saddened, and we really truly are, that Dr. Bynum was unable to join us, we are very thankful for what God did. So please continue to partner with us in prayer as God continues to work in and through us, the Experience Church, and also even through Dr. Juanita Bynum as well.
Because when you drop gifts off to Prophetess Bynum rooms, her staff has a tendency of taking the stuff that you have gifted to Dr. Bynum and throwing it away or removing it, because they treat her as if she's a god versus a servant of the Lord. And let me tell you something, people of God. This grieves me. It grieves me to the highest power, because Prophetess Bynum, as internationally known as she is, integrity has always got to be key. This is the same tactic that happened when she came from me in 2013, arrived to my city in Dallas, Texas. She was paid her deposit. We paid her money. Had the check already ready for Jerry, Soundman. Had the black cars that she requested, because I think she said in her video that she didn't want to ride in no white car, or she didn't want to ride in no white limo. Now, I find that not to be true, because when she arrived in my city, she dropped in a white Escalade. Okay. Then another thing, she stated that she don't run hotel rooms up. She don't get food, or when she used the phone, she only calls the operator. Well, she ran my rooms up $600. Okay? $600. So I guess I'm trying to figure out, why didn't you fulfill your contractual obligation? Because at the end of the day, you were still contracted to come and minister at this event, at this facility. And on a legal aspect, unless you have something in the contract, in which I don't believe there is, because in my contract, there was nothing listed as to, in the event that something happens to the host pastor, he doesn't receive his deposit back, or we won't render the service that he has contracted the ministry, or contracted Dr. Juanita Bynum Ministries to do. Okay? I'm sure in that contract, that is not listed. It has not been spoken. So now my question is, Prophetess Bynum, does this pastor get his money back for you doing basically a no call, no show? I'm still waiting on my deposit, my $12,000 in travel expenses that I paid to bring you in. Listen, I still got CDs, DVDs, radio advertisement, TV advertisement. It becomes very hurtful that, especially if you're a millennial preacher, hear me, a millennial preacher that engages the televangelist, or that is excited to engage the ministry. God bless you, Prophet Tracy, that engages the ministries of the people that we see on television. It is an honor. I'm talking about millennials that has pure heart, that has pure motives now. Because everything that I do it with all purity. I don't do it for money gain. Matter of fact, I don't pastor a church for money. I don't have conferences and services so that I can gain some money off of it. But I will say this on the Catch-21. After we get through dancing, after we get through shouting, after we get our buck and glory is going on, we still want to know, has budget been made? God bless you, Pastor Justin, Pastor Maurice, and Prophet Brian. We still want to know if budget has been met. All right? Because after we get through, God bless you, after we get through dancing and shouting, we still got to pay some church bills around here. Amen, somebody. And so my question is, Dr. Bynum, does this gentleman get his money back? Huh? Does he give his money back because, God bless you, Terrence, because he saw your draws? Come on now. Because he saw your draws? So you don't want to show up? But now my question is, watch this, saints, and y'all help me. This is my question. My question is, your assistant, or your consecrated assistant, who you say that was with you or whatever, who spreaded your drawers out, spreaded your clothes out, and all the rest of the stuff. My problem is this, and I know y'all gonna get mad at me, and probably some of you bumblebees, but that's okay, all right? Because I'm ready for it. My question is it's okay for your woman assistant to look at your drawers, to grab your drawers. It's okay for her to do it. But if the man of God step out or step in your room to see if you okay, huh? To see if you okay. Oh, now you can't come preach? No, there's more to that story than I know it as. Because I know, you don't know, that man could have pinched every dime. I don't know the finances of that church. I don't know. God bless you, Prophet John Brown. I don't know, the financial status of that ministry. But one thing I do know, that it becomes expensive when you bring in televangelists or evangelists of that magnitude. It becomes expensive, okay? And we work so hard, and we try to be integral when we so this thing works both sides. It works both ways. Now, you want me to be integral, and I am integral, and I bring you in. I honor your request, and now you show all the way to my service. Excuse me. You come to my city. You lay your head in my hotel room. Watch this. But you don't show up. You don't show up at my event. No. Listen, you need to get out there and get on that platform and say, praise the Lord, everybody. I was going to preach, but this is what happened. You better show them people that I booked you. I brought you in. Come on here. Versus making me look like a fool. And at the end of the day, you want to get on Facebook Live, Prophetess Bynum, and blast this man and then say, nobody was there to greet you. Well, let me deal with that. You know why nobody was there to greet her? It's because at that time now, in the contract, only 2 people is required to be at the airport when Prophetess Bynum has arrived in the city. That's the driver and 1 assistant. Now, I know another pastor in Dallas that used to bring her in frequently. Okay? Frequently. And she actually told him to get back in his car, that she could not ride with him. And this man then paid his money. He didn't pay all his money to bring you, and now you mean? Oh, let me tell you another thing that she did. After I paid all that money, $5,000 deposit, 4 hotel tickets, four flights and 4 hotel rooms, and $1,000 for the sound man. All right. When it's time for marketing, if you want to have a good conference, good service, you got to market it. I don't care what you say. You got to market it. Okay. watch this. When you market it, the flyers. So she has a specific picture. I have no problem with that because I have a specific picture that I want to use for marketing purposes. Okay. But now the problem I have is I received phone calls from the assistant at that time. We're talking about 2013 now, when I brought her in. When she wanted her face to be the biggest one on the flyer because she said that she was the headline. So in other words, he was better. She was the better one that was the preacher. What happened to, hey, just putting your picture on the flyer and just coming to preach? Why do we have to be so extra when we come in to minister? See, we got to get out of that, preachers, and ask ourselves, is it about us or is it about God? Is it about us or is it about the assignment that God has given us? See, I question the integrity, and then I want to make sure that you're not what the Bible calls a hireling. You see what I'm saying? And now you use it. And the Bible also talk about filthy lucre, how we just preaching for money, and you looking at these churches, oh, this is just a hustle, or it's just a come up. Okay? Now let me tell you something. I remember, and I know some of you all said he had no business going in her room. He had no business going in her room. Let me tell you something. I'm going to say this. I'm going to put this disclaimer out there. At the end of the day, if I pay for the room, it is my room. This is my hotel room. Okay? Because if you tear up that room, and if anything happens in that room, I, Ryan Chandler, am responsible for that room. If I call you on the phone, I bring you to my city to come minister, and I'm calling you on the phone, you not answering. I'm calling your armor bearers, and they not answering, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on, and ain't nobody answering. Oh, absolutely. I'm gonna knock on that door. You not answering? Oh, I'm coming through that with my key to say, hey, anybody alive around here? Ain't nobody going down my watch. Come on here. Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest with one another, people of God. That perfect example. I just got through bringing in a couple of years ago. We brought in Dr. Dorinda Clark Cole. Perfect example. The woman of God, she had been traveling all that week, and she had accepted the engagement. And I appreciate her accepting the engagement and things of that sort, things of that nature, right? Well, the hour had got late, and we had been calling, her daughter, because her daughter typically travels with her, and nobody was answering. So I got a little worried. I got a concern, and we had a jam pack full of people. So I knew that Evangelist Clark was here. Okay, I knew that she was here, but we wasn't getting any answer. So I called the driver, and I told him, I said, I want you to go to the hotel. And we kept calling, and I gave him the room number, and I said, I want you to knock on the door and see if they're okay. Well, watch this. As soon as he got ready to knock on the door, they finally, called and said, Prophet Chandler, we are on our way. We overslept. Okay. And I said, okay, thank you. I was just worried. Now I'm just here at the end of the day. I'm just playing devil's advocate. Okay. Like I said, I have not talked to the man of God. I don't personally know him, but I'm just telling you my experience with the Juanita Bynum Ministries. Now I did everything right. I paid for her to come. We did advertising, and like I said, I'm still waiting on my 2 days, or I'm still waiting on a refund. I went so far, unfortunately, I had to sue the woman of God. Okay, I had to sue her, but then she turned around and filed bankruptcy on me. So I was at a loss. And then when I tried to handle it in a private matter or a private setting, I got brushed off, because you know why? I'm not on the Word Network, or I don't have a mega ministry or a mega church. You know what I'm saying? I feel that we should not treat the smaller churches or the parallel ministries as if they're not, a mega ministry. And so what? You know what? It doesn't matter if they have 1,000, 3,000, 4,000. as long as the people have honored the obligations, I feel on my end that you should honor that obligation as well. If they have went so far as paying the deposit, doing what they asked you to do, and they didn't honor that, because at any given time, Prophetess Bynum, you still had an opportunity to cancel that appointment. When you said in the initial video that, okay, the car didn't show up, or you requested a phone call to talk to him, and he was aggressive, and he finally humbled himself and apologized to you. You still got on that plane. And listen, let me tell you something, Dr. Bynum, Prophetess Bynum. You got on that plane, and when you arrived in, I believe it was Chesapeake, Virginia, when you arrived in that city, you, Dr. Bynum, were obligated to get on that platform. See what I'm saying? And let me say this. We ought to appreciate and thank God that God still wants to use us, even in our mess, and even things that we are guilty for, and what we have been guilty for. And even when we did lose a crowd, lose our audience, or lose our witness, God still sustained us. He restored us and gave us grace. And we ought to appreciate God and thank God for that, because pride does come before destruction. All right. And you know the rest. You see what I'm saying? Now, I see some of you all saying, well, he shouldn't have never went in his room. He shouldn't have went in her room. He had a wife, the woman of God. Listen, you don't know if that woman of God is active in ministry or not. Just because a pastor has a first lady, that don't mean that, God bless you, Prophet Hakeem, Prophet Marcus Thomas. You don't know if that first lady is in ministry like that or not. And I'm not saying, that she isn't or she's not. But I'm just saying, Facebook watchers, we don't know. We don't know the position, because we're on the outside looking in. You hear? We're on the outside looking in. And the only reason I hopped on here is because I know what it's like when you're internationally known, because Juanita Bynum gave my name to bloggers, and they drag my name all over. They drag my name all over. Oh yes, drag my name all over. But at the end of the day, watch this. Just like she says she survived CNN, BET, all that, I survived it too. I survived it. And God carried me through and saw me through. So at the end of the day, I'm just saying, and to all preachers, millennials, old school preachers, whatever it is, here's the deal. Let's not get so puffed up and prideful that we got to be so high maintenance when it comes to ministering for the house of God. Humble is the way. Humble is the way. God is the one that puts us high. But just as quick as he puts us high, he could bring us all the way down. And I'm just surprised by the level of integrity. No, you know what? I take that back. I'm shocked, but I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised, all right? I'm shocked, but I'm not surprised. But listen, I want you all to know that was my input. This is my 2 cents. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But I promise you, there is 2 sides to that story. And there's more to that story than what Dr. Bynum has said. And if that was me, I wouldn't have never went live or put that out, because you know what happens? You set yourself up for people like me to come forth. And I promise you, I'm not the only ministry that she's collected money and walked off on. I'm just bold enough to get on here and say it. Okay? So listen, I love y'all Facebook viewers. I love all y'all. God bless you. And listen, I love all you bumblebees. And here's the deal. I love Dr. Bynum. I've been following Dr. Bynum since I was a little bitty boy. That was the most hurtful thing to me. God bless you, Dr. Penny. I'm praying for you. Praying for you, Dr. Penny. That was a hurtful thing, that to have my dream speaker to come and minister for my conference, to come, God bless you, Pastor Ty, to come and preach for me. And just to, good God Almighty, have her not come to my event. You come to my city, but don't come to my event. No matter what the circumstances was. When you in contract, and if you want to break that contract, at least give the host pastor back his money. Give the man back his money. And help pay some of those expenses for the advertisement. The people came. They were waiting to see you. They were waiting to see the woman of God. Waiting to hear what the woman, that you said God sent you to come and minister for. Oh, because, hey, listen, once again, let's play devil's advocate. The man could have been starstruck. You know, he has the Juanita Bynum at his conference. I bet you his next speaker didn't do him like that. I bet you he came preach, collected his honorarium, and went to the next engagement. Come on now. We got to learn how to decipher between the two. That, in my opinion, that was very small. And that was, quote unquote, very petty. Okay? That was petty. She could have ministered for that man of God. I know what happened. I know what it was. She got mad because maybe he rebutted against some of her demands that she had. So she said, you know what? I'm tired of you. I'm going to show you. That's could have would have happened. But listen, this is just my 2 cents. I'm logging off. I love y'all. And God bless you. Prophet Owen Prayer, God bless you. I'll see you this week. I'm logging off, and you know, and here's the deal. I'm gonna say this before I go. If the man of God went in her room for any type of intentions, and which I don't believe that. If he went for any type of intentions, then he was wrong. Okay, man of God, you dead wrong. But God bless you, Preacher Cofield. Apostle Angela, God bless you. I don't believe he was wrong. So, all right. I love y'all. And peace out. God bless you, Pastor Lane. God bless you. And Lady Dinwiddie, you know, she was very demanding. And her staff is very demanding. Lady Vaughn, listen, some of these people that are on here, they're a witness. Let me tell you something. My staff, we catered to Juanita Bynum. You hear me? And let me tell you something. The only reason why I didn't back out, can I be honest? Because she had already had my $5,000, Doc. Had she not had my $5,000, I would say, Dr. Bynum, I love you. I appreciate you. Deuces. All right, I love y'all. I'm getting off here. God bless.
And I have to fault Eunika. I mean, versus her saying, oh, she's on the line now, so I'm gonna let her in. So let her in when I'm on the second one. Yeah, let her in now so she can hear what I'm saying. Eunika, you can just listen through the phone because I want you to be able to answer back to me concerning this. I still fault you guys as opposed to you saying, okay, what John did, what his wife said. When you're dealing with a prophet, I'm not going to put it on prophetic because I don't want to mess with the prophetic office like that. But when you're dealing with someone who is a prophet who happens to be the way that Dr. Bynum is, and she has every right to be finicky, funny, whatever. When you're dealing with that, you're getting paid to deal with it. These people are paying for the gift. They're not paying to deal with all of how she is. I think it's your responsibility. It's just my point of view. I think it's your responsibility to tell them, look, I know this is difficult. I know there's a whole lot of instructions, but this is just how it is, as opposed to saying, no, I told you this. Oh, no, you said this. Oh, you this, and putting it off on them. It's really your job to make sure that the gift gets to the church and the success of the event. And no, that blame can't be shifted anywhere. And that's just what I think. And I'm going to give you an opportunity to respond back to me because it is me that's keep putting it off on you. And hello, how you doing, baby?
I'm good. How are you? Thank you for having me on here.
Mm-hmm. You can go ahead.
Oh, okay. So in reference to what you just said, that it's my responsibility to let them know. Pastor John Moore is very aware that several things that I dealt with, I made adjustments like for instance, one issue was that he wanted to put this gift in her room. When I found out that he entered her room and things of that nature, I came down from my room to go down to the lobby to where he was. And at that moment, I spoke with him, the manager, and another form of manager that was there as well to discuss and try to figure out why was he let in the room. At that moment, I was telling Pastor Moore, you were aware that I checked in because you were very apologetic to the reason of me having to wait 3 hours. So when I told him, yes, sir, I'm in here, I have everything set, Dr. Bynum, room is good, I'm prepping, I'm actually in her room now. He said to me, okay, great, we're going to make it do what it do. And I said, yes, sir, okay. And I hung up with him. Well, for me to get that call moments later from the hotel, which she was very irritated, hello, Ms. Chambers, why do you have 2 rooms in your name? And I said, well, because my boss, she isn't here yet, but yeah, Juanita Bynum. She's not here yet, but is her room, does it got luggage in it? And she has underwear everywhere on the, because it was under like a TV, it was a counter, like a dresser or something. Under the TV area, there's underwear and things like that. And she was going on and on. And I interrupted her and said, ma'am, wait a minute. Why do you know what's in her room? Well, the pastor, he paid for the room. He has a right to have a key to the room. I gave him a key. And I said, no. Her expensive jewelry, things of that nature, whatever is her private press shawl, all of that is in there and it's laid out. Why do you have a key to her room? Why did you let him in? And she proceeded to say what she said. And I said, well, I'm going to come down now. And she said, I'm in the lobby with the pastor. He's who I got the number from. I said, okay, I'm coming down now. I came down to the lobby, and right there before people, right in the lobby, I began to speak with her, and I expressed to her, ma'am, I do this all over the world with Dr. Bynum. I come in, I'm her assistant, I have her credentials, I check her in. But even if you had his name on there originally, I verbally asked you, ma'am, didn't even know she was the manager. She was just the one checking me in. I asked her, whose name is on the room? She said to me, actually, Dr. Bynum's name was the only name on the room. And I said to her, please add my name to this room. Only me and Dr. Bynum's name should be on this room. Actually, ma'am, remove Dr. Bynum's name because we don't have her name on the room. She said to me, okay, everything is set. When I said that back to her and I said, ma'am, it's not like a third party was involved. I said to you, whose name on the room, you told me what it was, and we fixed that, and we walked away. So for us to have that agreement and you to come back and add someone when I said to you, it's just supposed to be my name, you're breaking policy. So the manager proceeded to she just eased out of the conversation. Now I'm standing before Pastor Moore and the other manager, which was a Caucasian lady. And the Caucasian lady said to me, well, he never entered your room. I said, 1 second, ma'am. I looked at Pastor Moore and I said, did you not just tell me that you entered Dr. Bynum's room, there was luggage everywhere, and then you saw her garments and underwear and things of that nature in the room, and he nodded. Well, yeah. He didn't say it calm. He said, well, yeah, because I said, 1 second, Pastor Moore. I looked back at the Caucasian lady and I said, ma'am, did you, when I looked at her, she had her hand over her mouth. And she said, I didn't know he entered your room. At this moment, the Caucasian lady goes and steps away. I found out later when talking to upper management, she went away because she knew the policy, the hotel had broken privacy policy, and she wanted his name removed immediately because she said that's because someone paid for a room, it does not give them the right to be on that room. So moving on forward to your question that you asked me about telling him, he says to me, now I'm talking to Pastor Moore. Pastor Moore, why did you go in her room? He said, here at Experience Church, we like to express ourselves and show our love. He had 3 bags in his hand and a backpack. And I said, okay, I understand that. We appreciate your gratitude and you showing Dr. Bynum that you love her. We're excited to be here. It's all great. And he said, yeah, I had a picture frame of Dr. Bynum and her mother. I wanted to set it up. I got gift baskets and things of that nature. And he had, those are 2 things he named, but I don't know what was in the bag because he never showed me. I said to him, Pastor Moore, you can't put that picture in there. No, sir. Because Dr. Bynum's mother is a very sensitive subject for her. And for her to walk into a room and see a picture of her and her mother, that would have took her down emotionally. No, I wasn't going to permit that. So I said to him, but if you give me the picture, I'll make sure Dr. Bynum gets this picture. Well, no, I want to give it to her myself. I said, well, maybe, then Rhonda said, well, maybe after she preaches, we can give it to her. But give us a gift, and we'll make sure everything gets to her. He never would show me what was in the bag. He never would show me the picture. To this day, I don't even know what it looked like. I don't even know if there was a picture. He never pulled anything out to prove his point. It was just his word as to why he went in her room, and his church just wanted to express their gratitude. But he never proved his reason for entering her room. He proceeded from there to talk about how he wanted to see Dr. Bynum and present a welcome video. And I expressed to him, I know you really want to do this, but Dr. Bynum's policy, because she operates in the prophetic, is she does not see ministers before she preached, only after. So anything she relays prophetically, it solely is from God, and she had no contact with you. That's the only reason that policy is there. It's not because she doesn't want to see you. Of course she wants to see you. She agreed to come to your ministry. Dr. Bynum is just excited about being here as we are. And he just begins to get extremely frustrated and just get very, very, very upset. So now, moving a bit forward, there was a picking her up from the airport. And when picking her up from the airport, I expressed to him, you can't pick her up from, I asked, who is the driver? Now, I'm saying all this because you told me it's my responsibility to convey to him why we do what we do. So this is me saying I did tell him. And every answer I gave him, he was extremely frustrated with. And that's when he made the comment. Y'all put this is pure hell dealing with you guys. I mean, I just can't, I don't even drink, and I need to go to the bar. And I said to him, I'm sorry you feel that way. I really am. But us doing it is to protect you. Because she's going to give you a word, I'm almost positive, at the end of the service. And don't you want to ensure that it solely was from God and she had nothing to do with anything of insinuating anything about you or your ministry? It's 100% God. And he just kind of looked at me. And I told him, I said, so who's picking her up? And he said, well, me and my wife's picking her up. I said, oh, I'm sorry, we can't do that either. I said, and I'm sorry that you are having an issue with this, but it said that a male and a female outside of the pastors are supposed to pick Dr. Bynum up. I said, so that's not going to be possible. I said, but I'll go get her. You know, I can go get her if you give us the rental vehicle. I don't have to inconvenience your ministry. Me and the other sister can pick her up because her flight's not landing till 12:30 tonight. I can go get her. And no, he wanted to do what he wanted to do, and I wasn't going to continue to go back and forth with him because Dr. Bynum does train us to handle business and handle everything in a very, very spirit of excellence. So at this point of going back and forth with him, I said to him, you know, because Dr. Bynum did, as he mentioned, I heard him say that he did end up having a conversation with Dr. Bynum, but it was not about the driver. Nothing had happened with the driver yet for him to even communicate with her about that.
Yeah,
so
they said they did. I'm sorry to interrupt you. They did say that, and I just want to like draw some parallels here because I'm on the outside looking in. You guys were in this. I was not in this. Now, I still am going to reiterate. I can hear in your voice, Eunika, you are protecting and honoring and serving your leader, prophet, boss, all the different things. I get it, but I think a lot of times in doing that is that it's so second nature for you to do it and for you to get it and to get it done. And probably other places that you go to, people catch on or don't have no problem with doing certain things. Things just land just right and it works in certain places. That I think that maybe, and this is my point of view, that maybe you don't consider what it could be like for someone who has absolutely no clue. I mean, because they had Jamal Harris and Brian and other national voices, but you know how men are. We just, in the car don't matter. Let's get me there. I'm a preacher tonight. All right, see you later. You know, it's not all that extra. And yes, I'm calling it extra, but that's just my opinion. And so I think that maybe you guys, you, Rhonda, and so the rest of you guys can find a way, because this is a lot. This is a whole lot of different little quirks and different little things.
Well, if I could just interrupt you for just 1 second, but he was very aware because Elder Jimmy Vaughn went through all of these steps with him. I mean, everything. We literally, per department, go over each rider with the person that's having her step by step, and they're not to sign and agree until they get it. So for us to even make it this far, to be there in Virginia said they agreed to everything. We went step by step with them. So I can't let you say we did, and each department did, sound as well as the contracting department, just to have her come. So he knew
Yeah, I got you. And what I'm saying, I'm not saying you didn't do your job. Well, maybe I am saying that, but what I'm saying is it just wasn't enough and clear because this is a lot. By this time, the deposit was already paid. You guys were already standing face to face, and he was frustrated and saying he needed a drink, or at least on the phone line before all of this extra stuff that happened. This is a lot. This is even a lot to hear. It's a whole lot to hear.
Can I ask you a question? I would like to ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
So after all of that, because like they say, Dr. Bynum spoke with him, but it was not about the whole vehicle thing. That is untrue. That didn't happen until Dr. Bynum landed, as far as her being picked up. So after all of that, and Dr. Bynum got on a call with him, his wife, she wasn't on the call. It was just him, Elder Jimmy, as well as myself. And Dr. Bynum told him, I'm still going to preach, even though I'm offended by you entering my room and you knew that my things were in there. My assistant, he agreed to it. You're right, Dr. Bynum. I apologize, Dr. Bynum. I'm sorry, Dr. Bynum. You're absolutely right, Dr. Bynum. I just don't know. And my people are unchurched, and I got a lot of millennials, Dr. Bynum, and I apologize. She said, and I understand. And that's why I'm here to tell you the correct way to do it. But I'm still coming. She wasn't even here yet, Larry.
Okay, so what happened? Okay, I'm glad you told us that. Okay, so.
Okay.
So how it happened?
What happened? It wasn't until, if it wasn't for my discernment of saying, Rhonda, let's Uber to the airport and meet Dr. Bynum there. We don't typically, if they're going to pick her up, they're going to pick her up. They have their people. They got in the contract. They know how to pick her up. But for some reason, because of how things were going, I said, Rhonda, let's go to the airport and meet her there. We Ubered. We didn't even ask the pastor to get us there. We Ubered there to meet Dr. Bynum at the airport, only to find out it was a gentleman there. Now the issue of the vehicle and the driver rather comes up. The guy was there. He was a young guy. He had his hat on backwards. It was 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. She would not have gotten in that car. I wouldn't have gotten in that car, especially for it to be someone picking her up. And we were telling her, the ministry is picking you up, Dr. Bynum. Stay right there in baggage claim. They're going to meet you there. And this guy with a hat on backwards, I don't even care if he's just a young gentleman serving. Your hat on backwards and what he had on. It was very inappropriate for you to know. And then on top of that, Larry, there was no woman. It would have been Dr. Bynum and this gentleman. Oh.
Okay, now question.
But she still said after that, I'm still going to preach. It still hadn't happened yet where she decided not to minister. She still said, I at that point was saying, she should not minister. This is just getting out of control. Everything, step from step, is just going left when they know what the policy is. And I might add, Larry, it wasn't just the simple fact of it was going left, but the pastor, not his wife. His wife was extremely pleasant, but the pastor was so arrogant. And that's another thing. He was, no matter how I'm speaking to you, it's how I was speaking to him. And I said the same thing to his wife. How I'm speaking to you, ma'am, is how I spoke to your husband. He can't at one point say, I got rude with him. And he just continued to talk to me very, very rude. Okay. So at that point, I just didn't understand any of how it was going. But again, Dr. Bynum agreed. This is her ministry. She's still going to minister. It wasn't until Dr. Bynum got to the hotel and she walked in her room. She was fine. She walked in her room. She came down the hallway area, which is the hallway he's speaking of, and you can see her luggage. Then she made a right. It wasn't until you make the right, go down that hallway, and then enter the bedroom where you can see her undergarments and things of that nature. So he had to literally go within her room for a little minute. He had to take a journey to get to her actual bedroom area. Okay,
hold on. Pause. Sorry to interrupt you, but okay, this is where I see where this got fooled up, and y'all gonna have to tell me if I'm right or not. So it sounds like to me, Pastor John, you were frustrated. When you got on the phone with Bynum, you were saying, okay, basically, you wanted the event to happen. You done advertise. You wanted the event to happen, so you like saying, okay, yeah, whatever. Yeah, I went into the room, and all it was just because it sounded like to me that Eunika was saying, or the hotel person was saying her underwear and stuff was out, and you just responded, yeah, I'm sorry, da da da. But what you did not realize is that
So
let me
Larry,
hold on. Let me
I'm
finish.
sorry
Let me
to
finish.
interrupt you, but I really would like to just stick with the room issue. I wasn't on the phone when he spoke, so I really would like to just fully get it out versus it being you trying to see his side. Yeah.
No. I'm not trying. I'm not trying to see his side. Hold on, just for a minute. I'm fair,
Okay, well,
so you ain't got to
it's
worry.
just a bit,
No,
weird to be interrupted. I didn't interrupt him at all. I sat and listened to the entire thing, but he wasn't interrupted.
Okay, I'm gonna give you the
my part of it.
yeah. I'm gonna give you the opportunity, but I'm just trying to. This is all crazy for all of us, so I'm not just saying this for myself, but I'm saying it for the viewers. So he said he didn't even go that far into the room, but then you said he said yes, I did that when you mentioned the undergarments, or the hotel person mentioned the undergarments, because I didn't hear somebody ask him, did you see draws? Like I asked him at the top of the show. And when I did, he said he didn't. So at this point, although that's what Juanita said on her video, the reality is he never saw draws. So I understand her feeling violated and feeling.
It's not that she never saw it. It's not that he never saw it. Here is how I know he saw it. The manager, when she called me, said, yeah, your boss is Juanita Bynum. She got luggage in the room, and then she got underwear and panties and stuff under the TV area and drawers. That's how I know. Because other than that, how would the lady know?
Maybe the lady went. But maybe the lady went in there because he just said right here, unless he's a liar, he just said right here, he just said he did not see them.
Well, I really am not too fond of whatever he has to say, being that his story changed 3 times, from the time it happened with me, from the time it happened in front of the manager, and from the time it got to Dr. Bynum's ears over the phone. And from the time now he's on the phone with you saying, well, I said, hello, is anyone there? He's never said that. That was just added when he got to his video. When his wife said it, that was the first time ever hearing that.
John,
so,
I want to ask you.
I would have to agree with that part of him being a liar, because his story changed 3 or 4 times.
Okay, and we're gonna respect that. That's that's how you.
The lady know? I don't understand how the manager would know that she had underwear in her room, and the manager did not come down to the room. That I do know. The woman didn't come to the room because I stayed on the phone with her because management made me stay on the phone with her until I made it to where she was. And she shamefully disappeared because I told her, ma'am, you were wrong. And her manager said she was out of order. It's not even like the hotel is defending her. And she said, I'm only telling you what he said. He gave me your number, so now she threw him under the bus.
Oh, okay. So definitely definitely the hotel. Okay, in my opinion, there should be some kind of. If she really that upset, she really should be going after the hotel for a little lawsuit, and maybe y'all can own one of the little hotel. Okay. Now let me ask you this.
Her attorney is speaking with the hotel now, so we are doing that as well.
Cool. So now, John, you told.
We tried speaking with him, and I have receipts for that, and he would not.
Yeah,
you
you sent.
Yeah, you sent me. He tried, as well as me telling the wife that we were trying to reach him, and he refused. So that's not true. She really tried to speak with him. She tried to call, and he wasn't willing to respond. And because the wife had been speaking with me, and she was so pleasant, Dr. Bynum said, call the wife and see and let her know we're really trying to speak with her husband, Elder Jimmy is. Well, she wouldn't answer the phone call. I texted her, which is one of the receipts I sent to you, and she never responded today. So Dr. Bynum did try to talk to them. She did try to talk to them, and even was willing to take the video down. I sent you that receipt. The video was only at like 10,000 views at that moment. And she said the only reason she put the video out because he went live, which he told us his ministry would not be, they didn't have cameras and they weren't recording. That's another lie. He didn't even have to lie about that. The only reason we asked that is because then we need to bring cameras. We could have just left our equipment at home. So when we saw that they were live, that was another shock. Oh, he lied about that. So even within that, he went live and he publicly said, Dr. Bynum is here. Dr. Bynum is in her hotel, but she is not coming due to circumstances beyond my control, when all of this could have been controlled by him. And that's when, but before he did that, Dr. Bynum said to him, well, Elder Jimmy, on behalf of Dr. Bynum, said to him, before you do anything, Make sure you do the right thing when you get up there to say why she's not coming to speak. Do not lie on her. He said, okay. And Elder Jimmy said to him, make sure you do this right. Because if you don't, you're going to force Dr. Bynum to come out to defend her name. Because she's not just here. To the end of the whole night, Dr. Bynum kept saying, maybe I can just go. And her bishop told her, because there were so many lies and all these scandal things going on, no, do not. Absolutely do not go. So at this point, it was beyond what she could even want to do. And she sat there wanting to the whole night. And then she said, I remember this part, she said, well, Eunika, maybe his wife can present me, not him. Because she was feeling some type of way that he saw her undergarments. Maybe his wife can present me, and then I can get up and minister. But again, her bishop said, this is too much. This is too much going on. It's too many scandals for things to have been placed to him and told him verbatim, word for word, contract, how things are going to go and how they should go, and he just continued to do his own thing. They said no. So that's another fact as opposed to what he said. What he said was not accurate at all.
Okay, so this is what I want to know. Okay, John.
So she, and if I can just add, she wasn't trying to sit him out there. I mean, she really said to him, and he God is his whole witness. He could just be honest. She said to him, if you apologize openly because you lied on me, you basically said, due to circumstances beyond my control, she's not coming out, and I'm integral. He threw all that in there. I'm integral, and it sounded so great. But if you knew the truth of the whole situation, it sounded so shady. And that's where she said, I got to say something, because it's looking, I mean, people even put in comments, oh, I'm sorry, Dr. Bynum, because I promise I thought you didn't show up about the money.
Okay,
people was apologizing, and we tried to speak with him, and again, nothing. And she said, if he get up and apologize, I'll take it down right. It wasn't even a lot of views yet. People were asleep. It was 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, 10,000 views is a viral video in less than 24 hours. So it was a lot of views, and that's actually how I got it. When I got it, it wasn't but 3,000.
Well, I get the viral thing, but the big subject, Larry, is he lied, and he's a pastor.
Okay,
I'm a whole millennial and please don't cut me
off.
Oh,
you're a millennial.
And the whole, yes, I am. I'm very young, and the whole thing with ministry when it comes to pastors and integrity is ridiculous. And that's why I was trying to have so much patience with him. But he kept showing a different side to ministry that nobody likes. This is why the church, nobody really wants to come to church, because of this foolishness right here, when he had multiple chances just to do the right thing. And I tried working with him till the end. You can ask Pastor Moore. If he denies it, that's his business. But I stood in front of him, and even with the hotel room, he mentioned all of that, but you asked Pastor Moore. I came back to him, and I said, Pastor Moore, this is not a money thing. As a matter of fact, cancel one of those rooms. We'll share a room. It's not about that. We're just trying to get things worked out and continue to have the standard of respect for what we told you we do in this ministry. And he said, you'll do that for me? After all of that, entering her room and admitting he did, you'll do that for me? He said, but will you come back to the front desk and do it for me? Now, what sense does that make if it's in his name? But I said, yes, sir, I will. I walked back to the front desk, and I told them, can you please cancel this room here? We haven't been in this room. We haven't used this key. Can you just take it off of his card? We don't need it. And they said, of course, Ms. Chambers, we'll do that. The room wasn't even my name. You get what I'm saying? So it wasn't a matter of even trying to come against him. It all was about doing things in order. And he broke that on every level. Okay,
let me say this. In my opinion, still on the outside looking in, like I said at the top of the show, this is communication breach. And I think as the communication broke down, I think there was distrust that probably came up. Clearly, Eunika is saying...
I'm sorry. I just don't agree with that.
Oh, you don't? We don't have on this show. We do not have to agree at all. We just have to respect what everybody feels. Try to come to some kind of resolve, and respect each other. But that's just what my point of view is, because I can't. There's a couple of things I can't resolve. I don't think that you and Juanita Bynum didn't want to minister and didn't want to be at this church. I don't think that the Moors did not want you guys there. That is the commonality. So all of the other things that came in the midst of all of this, I'm putting it on communication, on however you want to put it, but just communication just broke down, and then distrust arose. Next thing we know, there's a lie.
I don't think it was a communication misunderstanding. It's just all black and white. Everything that he was supposed to agree to do, and we said all in paper. But what I'm going to do now, because as I said to Pastor John, I said these exact words to him. It's not really getting anywhere. You're taking what he's saying or whatever.
No, I'm hold on. I'm not taking no. This is I am unbiased.
If you could just let me finish, and then you can of course speak. It's your show. But it's all just way too much. And before I continue to I get it. It's a show, so you want this to be all that it's being. So I'm just going to say, as a millennial, the whole church thing, it's highly ridiculous to me. And people just really need to be honest. And at the end of the day, even if you're wrong in that thought, and this is going to be a penalty against you, you should just open your mouth and say, you know what, I was wrong. And you did tell me the truth. And his wife agreed to all of that. And sometimes, when people don't want to agree to be honest and they want to play like in public, everything is good. And then behind closed doors, you got a different story. Even, for instance, Larry, you get on here and you slander Dr. Bynum's name. I manage Dr. Bynum's social media. I have receipts of you in her inbox telling her you need her to pray for you, travail for her. And you would love her friendship. And, you had issues or whatever with your wife, and you needed her to pray with you and stand with you. But by the same token, openly, you're going to slander her. So do you like her or not? And one thing I love about
hold on for a minute. Hold on for a minute.
If you like somebody, just don't like him. If you love somebody, then
that ain't.
Love
hold on, but
that's my whole.
But
so
that's. But Eunika.
Here now, and I'm pretty much done because I've said what I said. And
but Eunika, that's not how I operate. And then she hung up. Lord have mercy, Jesus. What this? Okay, I'm gonna say this now. I tried to be as nice as possible and understanding. And I was putting it off on communication, just backing up, not trying to make her upset. But this is a whole problem here. I'm going to say this.
I remember that. Honey, they can flag the hell out this live if they want to. But the fact of the matter is, it's the truth. It's the truth. Your so-called idol, your so-called idol bitch, your so-called idol, your woman of God, your woman of God whore, your woman of God, she ain't nothing but trash. Trash. That's all she is, trash. And this situation proved it. It opened the fucking door for everybody to come out and say what the fuck is going on. And anybody that's connected to her, hello? Anybody that's connected to her. Bitch, if you think this gonna be easy, if you think this gonna be smooth sailing, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Bitch, you better pack your shit up and move the fuck around right now, because everybody's coming out the woodworks. Yep. Everybody's coming out the woodworks. Everybody's coming out the woodworks. Everybody. Everybody's coming out the woodworks. Period. Period. You don't like it. You don't like it. You, Terrellin, that whole camp, y'all did whatever y'all could to fuck my shit up. And I know y'all was the reason why that I lost my ex. I know y'all motherfuckers. I know y'all was in his inbox talking shit to him and everything like that. That's the reason why we not together no more. But bitch, your lonely motherfucking ass, I hope you die lonely, uncomfortable, and motherfucking single. You think you gonna use the Bible to speak shit against me? You raggedy ass whore, you think you gonna use the Bible to talk shit against me? Oh, bitch. Oh, you must not know the fuck you fucking with, whore. You must not know. I remember the day. Dina, you know I ain't lying about this. And Miss Monique and Sheila, y'all know because y'all remember this shit when I told y'all. Y'all remember the day that my mama got in that accident in my car? These motherfuckers was praying that something disastrous happened to me. But my mother was in my car, and the lady was going 60 miles an hour and hit my mother from behind. Y'all bitches want to pray death on people, and you think that that shit is cool. You narcissistic bastard. You narcissistic, evil-ass bitch. You think that shit is cool. My mother could have died. My nieces were in the back seat, and yo broke, oh, you evil witch. God protected my family. And see, even in all of this, your mama's sick, bitch. Your motherfucking mama is sick. And she is slowly but surely dying. And you have no grace on nobody. You are evil, cantankerous, and you don't give a damn how you get your money. But your mother's dying. And I never one time said one evil motherfucking thing to your mother. I never said nothing about your father or anything. But baby karma's a motherfucking bitch whore. It's not right. It's not right. You and your fucking group of dark motherfucking witches. Y'all prayed that shit on me and mine. But bitch, I got loose. I got loose and fucking free. And see, I know who the fuck I serve. I know who the fuck I serve. And I ain't worried about no now one of y'all fucking dark witches. Bitch, I've already spilled tea on your punk ass a long time ago. So I don't give a damn how many degrees or whatever else you get. I remember that shit, bitch. You will never, ever, 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 ever. I can't forget that shit, ho. I can't forget how y'all motherfucking prayed for my demise and for some evil shit to happen to me and mine. I can never forget about the day that my mama got in an accident in my motherfucking car because y'all was out here praying. You and your fucking bees and your fucking camp, all of y'all. Kiss my ass, suck my dick, bitch. I'm not playing about that. This is the type of people y'all serve. This is the type of folks y'all serve. Because they can't have their way and they out here doing fandanglement and foolishness. They'll sit up here and prey on people and pray people's demise and make them shut up. You evil ass motherfucker, you. God damn it, you evil ass motherfucker, you. You evil ass bitch. Bitch, you won't last long. You won't last long. You 60 years old now. But bitch, it won't last long. It won't last long, bitch. You will die old and alone. Let's see how long them bees last then. Fuck ass. Let's see how motherfucking long them bees last then. Oh, mama buying them. Oh, mama buying them. Yep. Yep. Let's see how let's see how the fuck them bees last. See, I ain't got nothing to say about nobody else. I ain't got nothing to say about nobody else because TK brought me Miko and Miko brought me her story. And I sat there and I stood in the gap and I went to war with your motherfucking ass because this woman had been preyed on by somebody from the church. Yeah, she'd been preyed on by somebody for the church. And then y'all fucking bees went after TK when TK told her story. I stood right here and I took all the motherfucking hits. I lost my boyfriend. I almost lost my mother. I almost lost my two nieces. And y'all fuck ass bees are on here, sit up here want to report people. Ooh, y'all is dirty as shit. Y'all is dirty as a motherfucker. Y'all is dirty. Bitch, you are a black fucking widow. Let's see if we can get 200 likes on this video. Let's see if we can get 200 likes. Y'all keep sharing the video. And send this bitch to Juanita Bynum. Send it to Terrellyn Ramsey. Send it to Terrellyn Ramsey. I want her to remember what the fuck she did to me. This old dry ass pussy bitch. I want her to remember what the fuck you did to me. Because I talked about your fucking god mama. You fuck to get engagements, bitch. Your people talk about you. And this hoe still got her ass in motherfucking Virginia. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Karma's a motherfucker, hoe. Telling you better get your ass together and shut the fuck up and sit the fuck down. You know why? Because, bitch, karma's a motherfucker. You gonna die and you ain't gonna never have a gig. And that's probably the reason why, because you done linked up. I see that you done linked up. You still linked up with Juanita Bynum and your ass ain't sold shit. Your ass ain't sold shit. Juanita Bynum, because you and your fuck ass shit, you know what done happened to you, hoe? You ain't really selling CDs like that. And after this situation right here, oh yes, after this situation right here, let's see what really happened to you then. Oh yes, ma'am. Let's see what really happened to fuck to you then. Period. Let's see how your CD sales do. Let's see how your engagements do. Yeah. The Taylor Ramsey that was on The Voice. The Taylor Ramsey that was on the TV show on VH1. She don't know how to really get her stuff together. So all she do, Shay, is she fuck from door to door to door to door to door to door. And you say, Mario, you ain't got no receipts. Bitch, I got the Rolodex. Fuck with me. Fuck with me, ho. I got the motherfucking Rolodex. I got the fucking Rolodex. Now what? Every time I turn around, you out here with the fuck shit. 3 with me. Bitch, what the fuck are you teaching? You just like that fucking movie, The Witches. You ain't teaching shit. You just teaching a bunch of women how to sit up here and overcome men and step on men and sit up here and clobber men and put men down and sit up here and how to take their dicks and put them on your pussies. That's what you teaching. Oh, yes, ma'am. That's what you teaching. Dominic, okay, I got you. You say I'm lying? I got you, ho. Ain't nobody lying over here. Ain't nobody lying over here. I've always had receipts from motherfucking day one. Bitch, don't play with me. You got the right motherfucking one today. Ho, I don't know who the fuck you think you talking to, but I'm the right motherfucker, period. I'll be your bitch and faggot today. Hello. Bitch, I'm a part of LGBTQ. I got your motherfucking bitch today. I got your punk ass faggot. I got him today. Bitch, you don't come against mine. You don't sit up here and try to step on people to make things work for you. That ain't what you do. That's not what you do. Period. That's not what you do. I sat there. Y'all share the video. Share the video. Let's go and get 1,000 people on. We at 865. Let's go and get 1,000 people. I sat there and I watched this man not say a fucking thing, but nice shit about you. I watched this motherfucking man. We all watched this man talk nice shit about you. We watched him. The pastor didn't leave anything in the room because he went to the room and he saw that shit was in the room. And so he left out and went downstairs. Oh, baby, Larry Reid gave us all the receipts from the front desk today. And then here you go talking about, I'm going to sue the hotel. We going to sue the hotel. Bitch, what the fuck you going to sue the hotel for? Your ass was out here lying. Your ass was out here lying. You lied and said that man went in your hotel room. Yeah. You said that man went in your hotel room. You had no remorse. You sat there on your fucking camera and cried on cue. You cried on cue. Yes, you did. You cried on cue. And you had everybody out here. You had everybody out here believing that shit. Hell, I went and put a motherfucking B-pen on. My sister Dina went and put no Bring Back the Glory t-shirt on. And I'm quite sure a whole bunch of us was like, we support Juanita again. Woo, we support Juanita Bynum again. Just to sit up out here and throw all this bitch, we burning it. We burning it. I don't even think I want to hear you on the radio no more. I can't even listen to you on my fucking Pandora. Period. Hold on. I know somebody did not say, oh, baby, I thought somebody said touch not mine and know, and I was going to go to fuck in. Let me tell you something. And before y'all even think about talking about some touch not mine anointed, bitch, if you can't see this shit and realize this ain't no motherfucking anointed, bitch, you should have realized 5 years ago when I was sitting up out here talking about her. She ain't motherfucking anointed. She just got gifts. Period. She just got gifts. She just got gifts. Dina, what was the name of your pastor? What was the name of your pastor in California that she took that money from? And she set her punk ass out there in the parking lot and didn't come in? Uh-huh. Yeah, that part right there. She has a track record of doing this stuff. Mm-hmm. She has a track record of doing this. Sure does. Yep, you got a track record. You said she a child of God. We all children of God. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. We all children of God. Praise God. She been doing this shit over and over again. And what's happening now is everybody's coming out talking. Everybody's coming out talking. Everybody's coming out talking one by one. So what the fuck you gonna do now? What your punk ass need to do? Uh-huh. Y'all, let's get 1,000. We got 900 on here. Uh-huh. Yup, there we go. She was in San Francisco for a week. Even after her obligation. She was in San Francisco for a week. In San Francisco for a week. Even after not even preaching at the church. He was in San Francisco. Oh, weeks. I'm sorry, weeks. You was in San Francisco for, I believe, wasn't it 3 weeks? It was 3 weeks, wasn't it? Them people paid you, and you was down there in the gay section of San Francisco at the laundromat. Let's not forget that. Let's not forget that. You was down there in San Francisco, in the gay part of San Francisco, at the laundromat, taking pictures in the laundromat. Y'all remember that? Do y'all remember that? She was in the gay part of San Francisco, taking pictures. Bitch, what you so holy and sanctified, what the fuck you doing down there in San Francisco in the gay part of town? Was somebody licking on that coochie? Was somebody licking on that coochie? Was you down there playing with your drawers down there in San Francisco, huh? Y'all, come on, let's get these likes up. Let's get these likes up. All y'all ass on here, let's go hit that like button. Share this video. Share this video, because this is real today. This is real. This is real today. When you hurt people, people need to talk so that your ass will never have another chance to hurt another motherfucking person ever fucking again. You don't need to have the opportunity to hurt anybody else. You don't need to have that opportunity. You don't need to have a fucking platform. What the fuck do you need to come to somebody's goddamn event for, and you need to pay for your whole goddamn entourage? Who the fuck do you think you are? You are not Halle Berry. You are not Beyonce. You are not the fucking president of the motherfucking United States. Period. You're supposed to be a servant of God. What happened? What the fuck is your problem? You're supposed to be a servant of God. You're supposed to be a servant of God. Servants of God don't do this. Even Jesus walked the fuck alone. Even Jesus walked the fuck alone. Who the fuck you walking with? A bunch of snakes, vipers, and venomous snakes. They don't care what the fuck they do. Why? Because they master. Juanita Bynum is the same motherfucking way. Period. Period. Motherfucker, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Your whole staff ought to be ashamed of their goddamn self. Yo, we almost at 1,000. Let's go and get this thing cracking. Let's go and get this thing cracking. We got some OT. We got some OT. Let's go and talk about these folks down there in Louisiana. Because, bitch, they ain't motherfucking sent me the video yet. But I can talk about what's alleged. I can talk about what they were sending to me. I can talk about the videos. I can talk about the motherfucking pictures. Let's go and get it. Let's go and get it. Let's go and get it. Period. Y'all want some word? Y'all want some word? The Bible says, woe unto you, people of God. Woe unto you, pastors who scatter my sheep. Woe unto you. God damn it, woe. Woe unto you. You've hurt a lot of people. Yes, you have. You've crossed a lot of people. Yes, you have. Let's talk about these women down there in Louisiana. Let's talk about them. Let's talk about them. Let's talk about the strip club down in Louisiana. I see y'all trying to report something. You're trying to report that Demario is harassing. Demario's harassing. Demario's saying hate speech. Don't lie, bitch. Don't lie. We only on here spitting facts. What the fuck you talking about? You trying to protect your mama B? You want to keep your mama B relevant? So you can sit up behind her and keep looking on her pussy? Dyking ass bitches? Yeah, come on, let's go and get it. Let's go and get it. The video's acting funny because they're trying to report me. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to report me as saying hate speech. This ain't hate speech. This is facts. This is facts. You have crossed a lot of people. You have crossed a lot of people. You was licking and you had TK licking on your pussy. You don't want to talk about that because you want to be quiet. But I got time. I got time and energy for your punk ass today. Bitch, I got time for you today, ho. I got time for you today. Oh, fuck yes. Bitch, I got time, bitch. We didn't hit 1,000. Oh, motherfucker, yes. Let me tell y'all about Louisiana, New Orleans. Let me tell you about New Orleans. Yes. Ho, let me tell you about New Orleans. You supposed to be down there running a motherfucking revival. Y'all remember that one? You supposed to be down there running a motherfucking revival, but you at the strip club, probably where Taylor Ramsey was too. But you down there sniffing coke off the strippers' titties. I'll gonna say alleged because I ain't got the goddamn video. Because my chick was gonna send me the video. But your punk ass was down there at the strip club. Down there at the strip club in New Orleans. Down in New Orleans. And you was down there sniffing crack off the strippers' titties. And no doubtably you was down there eating pussy too. TK is my other sister, Shay. That was one of the girls from back in the day that she was paying to eat her pussy. And she was eating her pussy too. See, Juanita is a motherfucking man. Daughter. She's a motherfucking man. That's who the fuck she is. She's a motherfucking man with a fucking dress on. That's the only thing she missing is a fucking dick. And you want to sit out here and talk shit to somebody. Bitch, please. Streets talk, ho. Streets talk. Motherfucker, streets talk. You was paying these girls. And there's girls in Atlanta that's too scared to speak out against you because they scared. Cause bitch, let me explain something. I gotta get the fuck off here. Let me explain something to your punk ass and to the rest of you motherfucking bees. You know, I lost a lot of friends when I spoke out against your fucking master a long time ago. I lost a lot of friends because people said, oh my God, how can you speak against Dr. Juanita Bynum, bitch? Because the fuck I did. Who the fuck is she supposed to be? She ain't motherfucking Jesus. She ain't Jesus. Then I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why. Why the fuck these fucking bees gonna report me? Why the fuck these bees gonna report me? Because your motherfucking mama was out here slandering a pastor's name, talking about he probably put a camera in my room. He probably was playing in my panties. Really? That's called slander. That's called fucking slander.
All right, we're back. I know that was a lot to watch, but I just wanted to present everything before I give my commentary. Now, I have several things I want to say, and I'm just going to go off, the top of my head because it's, I don't know, it's just overwhelming. This is like Larry Reid said in his show, this is just a lot for everybody to take in. This situation that's happened over the past couple days, it's just been so many twists and turns in this story. And it's just crazy because, for one, people are now starting to question Juanita Bynum because anytime you got somebody that is tacky, unprofessional, and ghetto representing you on a platform as big as Larry Reid's show, that says a lot about Juanita Bynum. Now, there has been people saying that she has scammed them out of money, and she acts all extra. She acts like she's a star and this, that, and the other, when it doesn't take all that to minister to God's people. So her credibility is shot. She has been in the, over the years, she's been in so many scandals. She's been in so many situations. And now that people are now trying to give her a second chance and she's back in the limelight, she's pulling this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, like I mentioned in the video before that I did, if it was really about God's word and you were trying to deliver a word to his people, you wouldn't have let anything stop you from delivering the word. So I question if, are you really a woman of God? Because you're not going to let the enemy stop you from delivering the word. You see what I'm saying? And it's all about the money. It's all about you being a diva. And there's no room for that when we're trying to deliver a word to God's people and we're trying to reach the lost. You know what I'm saying? So to me, this story is kind of starting to backfire on her because a lot of people are starting to look at her as like, why are you acting like you a diva? Why do you need this? Why do you need that? Why can't you just go and deliver a word? If you have a hotel room that's clean, ain't got, like Brother Jay Wilson said on his channel, ain't got no roaches, ain't got none of this, all that ain't filthy, then it shouldn't matter about all that extra stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just very distraught by this. And then the fact, getting back to the whole Larry Reid interview, it's just very telling about the caliber of people that are in her camp, that you would get on a show where you're supposed to be a representative of a spokesman for Juanita Bynum, which I don't understand why she can't speak for herself. There you go again. There we go again. She thinks that she's a diva. She can't even speak for herself and be a woman to come on her on his show and speak up for herself. But for you to have somebody that is so condescending, rude, defensive, speaking about this situation, it's just very disgusting. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, I just don't see no God in that. There's no, I was just very disappointed about that. And as far as Demario Jives, like anybody that's been following him for years, him and Juanita Bynum, they've been going back and forth for years. And according to Demario, he has some tea on her that he was going to spill. Allegedly, there was somebody that inboxed him and told him that Juanita Bynum was down in New Orleans at a strip club, and she was down there doing cocaine and down there having these affairs with these women and stuff like that. And plus, like, I guess he made some claims too that it's also been well known that she has paid these young girls to have sexual relations with her, all kind of stuff. So, baby, it is getting real out here in these streets. These people are dragging Juanita Bynum. They said that you done went out here and put this man's business out there. You done drug this man through the mud, trying to tarnish his reputation, saying that he is a pervert. And now it's just getting real out here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this guy was nothing but respectful to you, and he brought you in, and you pretty much turned on him. You know what I'm saying? And people have also compared this situation to her ex-husband Thomas Weeks and how she drugged him. And it's just like, it just seems like when it comes to men, she has this very low opinion of men and how she's very, I don't know, I don't want to say she's a feminist, but it almost seems like she's a feminist in how she thinks of men, and she thinks she's the queen bee and can't no man tell her nothing and this, that, and the other. But I just don't understand this situation. It's getting messy, y'all. At the beginning, I didn't know what to think. I was kind of on her side, but now that all these developments have came out, it's not looking good for sis. You know what I'm saying? It's not looking good for the prophetess. You know what I'm saying? She needs to, first of all, she needs to give that money back to these people. And secondly, she needs to issue a statement. And I'm talking about not no manufactured bull crap. She needs to make this situation right. I will say he was not right for going in that room, but to where she took this whole thing, talking about trying to imply that he planted cameras in her room and stuff like that, that just ain't right, y'all. So I just want to know what y'all think. Get down in those comments. Do you have a different opinion of the prophetess now that we've heard all the sides of the story and stuff like that? What do you think about these allegations that King Jives have put out about her? Because he said he has some receipts, and he does have receipts on her. So what do you guys think about that? And what do you think about this other pastor, Ryan Chandler, and his account of how Juanita Bynum did their church when she came in town? And do you think that preachers need to kind of humble themselves, especially when they're coming to preach God's word? So get down in those comments. Make sure you comment, rate, subscribe. Follow our podcast on iTunes, TuneIn, Stitcher, Google Play, all those platforms. You can look us up under the Urban Wire Media Network, and we will be coming back with some more podcasts. The Tea will be airing this Sunday, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. And until next time, take care of yourself and each other.